Have you ever made a business decision that looked crazy on paper, but felt absolutely right in your heart and turned out to be the best move you could have made? I am Gloria Grace Rand, founder of Align to Shine Academy. And on this Wisdom Wednesday, we're talking about intuition, your direct line to divine wisdom. And in a moment, I am going to share with you how to strengthen that connection so you can really make powerful, aligned decisions in both your life and your business with confidence. But first, as I do every Wisdom Wednesday, I want to share with you today's daily word from Unity, which actually prompted this video. And hello, Suzanne. Good to see that you are here today. So here's the message. A hunch, a little nudge to go somewhere or do something, a sudden realization or idea. These are all ways I receive spiritual guidance. These moments are precious, helping me feel the presence of God within. I trust my guidance the way I trust God to be absolute goodness and grace. Guidance is the light that shines through life's darkness, illuminating the way to my highest good. The more I trust my guidance and remain attuned to it, the more often I will feel these nudges from spirit within. That's true. More on that later. I live with confidence, trusting I will know which path to take, which way to turn, and how to transform the whispers of my heart into the life of my dreams. So, yeah. And so I thought what I want to talk about first is recognizing those nudges, because sometimes, we might get an idea and we may doubt whether it really is from our highest self, our intuition, whether it's from God, source, universe, whatever you like to refer to that higher self or super consciousness, perhaps. Maybe you like that. So how do you know the difference? Well, I'll give you one hint, is that when you get this feeling or you get this idea and it pops into your head, no matter how maybe crazy it seems at first, sit with it a little bit and then say to yourself or kind of inquire, is this really something positive? I mean, would this make a positive difference in my life? Let's put it that way. And if you think it would, then that's a good indicator that it is from your higher self. And if it's something that you have this idea, but it actually seems like perhaps it's going to make your life worse, or it's maybe going to hurt someone, or it just comes with a sort of a crabby voice, let's put it that way, then that's probably not your higher self. That's probably your sort of doubting ego that is trying to keep you safe, because that's what its job is. But it may also be keeping you small, because not only playing safe is also playing small. And I saw this wonderful cartoon the other day about like where you are and where your comfort zone is or something. And shoot, darn, I should have had that ready to go, but that my intuition just came up with that. So, we're doing the best we can. So how do we cultivate this? Well, my two favorite ways, actually, really my number one way is to be still. There's this lovely saying from the Bible, be still and know. It's really true. So and now this could look lots of different ways for you. It could be meditation. It could be prayer. It could be going for a walk in nature. It could be practicing mindfulness, where you are, let's say you're doing the dishes and you are just really concentrating on washing those dishes, and not letting your brain think about all the to-do list that you have to do every day. I know if you're anything like me, entrepreneurs, we've always got a ton of things to do. But to just really be present with yourself, because when you can be still and breathe breathing is good too. That's when it frees up your brain. It frees up that higher part of yourself to be able to then give you what I like to call divine downloads. And I've got another friend who I think refers to that as well, as she will get these. In fact, her name is Vicky Ibaugh. Check her out. She's on LinkedIn. She's a wonderful coach. Highly recommend her. Very intuitive as well. So if you don't resonate with me, you might resonate with her. But that's one, those meditation or being still. Another thing is journaling. If you can get yourself into a regular practice of journaling every day. I love the morning pages routine that Julia Cameron talks about in the book, The Artist's Way, where you do 3 pages of just free flowing, don't try to censor what you're going to write about. Don't come with any agenda. Just start writing and see what comes through, because a lot of times that's when some good ideas will come through. So just as an example, two examples from my life, and was that, so number one, I began a meditation practice way back in 2009. And so I started meditating every day. And in 2016, it was a very stressful time for me, and really stressful for my sister, who was going through cancer at the time. And so I really still made sure that I meditated every day so I could be present for her. Well, one morning, and I wasn't with her at the time, I was back at home this time, and I was meditating, and this idea popped into my head to write a book about love, which I thought was initially a little goofy because I was doing online marketing at the time. That was my primary business. It still is part of it, but now it's more 80% coaching, 20% doing copywriting, for instance. So I thought it was a little wacky, but for some reason, I still went with it, and I did some writing about it. And it turned out that what Source wanted me to say or to learn was that love was an acronym. So I developed this LOVE method and wound up writing about it and publishing it in a book, Live, Love, Engage, which now I'm using in my Align to Shine Academy program. So it's had a tremendous effect. Personally, it helped me to learn how to love myself, and it's helping my clients do the same. And so that's where a really powerful example of how when you start to listen, when you start to really listen to that intuition, you start to follow those nudges. I didn't know if that's what it was going to turn out to be. I mean, at first I thought I was just going to be writing, I don't know, some self-help book. And I didn't even start it for a couple years because unfortunately I lost my sister to cancer. But the book turned out to be more of a memoir than I intended. And I shared examples from my own life and examples from my sister's life. And, I created a whole podcast based on it as well. So pay attention. I guess that's the thought I want to leave you with today. And I'm going to leave you with actually this affirmation from Unity. So the affirmation is, I trust my intuition and feel the presence of God. Ooh. I just got sort of a little flutter in my system for that. And that is confirmation to me. That sometimes happens too. When you do start to trust your intuition and you start really paying attention, you may get like, I know I have a friend who says she'll get, instead of calling them goosebumps, she'll get God bumps when she knows she's on the right track with something, which I love that. So yeah, that's all I have to say today on that. So trust your intuition, pay attention to it. It's going to may lead you in amazing directions that you never even thought of for your life and your business. So I hope that if you're just joining us a little late, go back in and watch the replay of this. And I hope it will encourage you to be still and know, and really just tap into this wonderful, wonderful thing that we've got, this wonderful, not only a brain, but more of the heart heart-centered wisdom is really, I think, where it ultimately comes from. Not so much the brain. I think it's more the heart, actually. So until next time, I just wish you a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, evening, afternoon, morning, whenever it is you're watching this. So take care.